Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. My name is Connor, and we are just one day away from the 2024 U.S. presidential election, and the market is trading like it is uncertain on who will become the winner. So in this live stream, we will be discussing how this election will impact the crypto market as well as much more. So be sure to stick with me until the very end. Now let's go ahead and hop right into the screen and start this show. So looking at things right now, Bitcoin has dropped below $68,000 and ETH has dropped to 2,400. Solana still holding up the best out of the major three at $160 currently. If we look at the top 100 using the crypto bubble maps, we have a bit of a mixed bag today, but most coins are relatively flat. We don't see a lot of big moves in the top 100. Really, it's plus or minus 5%. Across the board for most of the top 100 coins today. All right, so the market relatively flat, still heading into election day, which is very huge. Huge day tomorrow. Now, when it comes to the election, before we get into the Bitcoin price, Trump still is overwhelmingly in the lead according to Polymarket. This is a betting odds, right? This isn't necessarily an official poll, but this is where people are putting their money on expecting a winner, and Trump is expected to win according to people betting on this election. We'll see how that goes. Still very much uncertain at this moment in time, but of course, a Trump victory is what I would prefer, and I think the crypto market as a whole would prefer a Trump victory because there is a direct correlation between Trump winning and crypto going up, in my opinion. All right, so Trump starting to pull away a little further compared to yesterday, according to Polymarket. Now, let's look at the Bitcoin price chart. Also, one last thing. You can read here the rules. So this market resolves when the Associated Press, Fox, and NBC all call the election for the same candidate. Last year, it took like 3 days for them to count all the votes and finally pick a winner. 3 days. Which is absurd. You should have the results the day of. But nonetheless, it is expected to be quicker this time around. More likely than not, we will know the winner tomorrow evening. All right, so this is right around the corner, and I doubt it's going to take a whole 3 days to count the votes like it did 4 years ago in 2020. We should have immediate results on the evening of tomorrow. Now, looking at the Bitcoin price chart here, we have dropped below 68.5K. We are at the bottom of our red zone here. Now, looking at the daily time frame, this red line I put in the chart yesterday, it sits at $66,000. And yes, this is an important level that price is coming into now, right? The 66K level, $67,000 to $66,000. We'll see if that does hold, or maybe price will want to drop to the bottom of the channel closer to $64,000. If it does drop this low, you really want to see this hold as support down here towards 64, 63K. But nonetheless, Bitcoin still in consolidation, really just below the all-time high still. It does need to get back above 68.5K to take out the all-time high. Below it, just don't expect that to happen, all right? I doubt we get any crazy moves before the results come in tomorrow. More likely than not, chop. All right, chop until tomorrow evening is the most likely scenario. So that's Bitcoin. Of course, I'll be live again tomorrow to update. And yeah, I do plan on going live like during the evening, hopefully when we get a winner. And we'll be able to map out exactly what's happening in real time together. But as of right now, sideways, let's go drop the time frame. We'll go to the 1 hour. And on the 1 hour, you can see we've really just been going sideways since Saturday. Really nothing's changed too much here. And looking at a different view of things here on this chart showing the entire 8-month consolidation downtrend parallel channel. Again, we've broken out above that 8-month range. And now we're still just kind of retesting that breakout, currently at $67,000. So there's no reason to really panic or worry still when it comes to the Bitcoin price. It is still technically holding its 8-month breakout, and there is room for price to drop lower still. There's many levels of support, like I've said, from around 64K to 66K. Those were all built during the run up in October. So BTC, no reason to worry, in my opinion. Trading sideways right now, and it's just uncertain on who's going to win this election. Ethereum, on the other hand, continues to be an absolute cuck. Continues to just kind of be the weakest coin out of the majors. And it's still really not moving much in terms of percent moves, right? It's going down like plus 10%, minus 10% in this choppy range. And again, it's still sitting on its bull market trend line, going all the way back down to the bear market bottom. So more likely than not, I expect this to be the bottom for Ethereum, but it's going to chop around until it's ready to break above $2,800. But again, you can't underestimate the importance of this trend line here. Because again, when these break, it is the bear market. This is not a 1 hour time frame trend line. This is a weekly line going back years to the bear market bottom. So being that ETH is sitting right on it, I expect it to hold because I don't think that the bear market's going to start just yet. And our last major asset out of the big three is going to be Solana. And looking at Sol, again, it is holding up better than both Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. It did tap right into daily demand at $158. It bounced, and it's just kind of sitting right above that level. You can see on the 4 hour time frame, it's sitting right on the 4 hour 200 EMA. And also just in a sideways consolidation right now. You do have bullish divergence, and if it's going to play out, you will see a move back up to resistance up here at $180 at the absolute minimum for this bullish div to actually go ahead and play out here. You can see the RSI making higher lows, price making lower highs and lower lows. That is what we are looking at when it comes to the bullish divergence. So Solana, yeah, it's the strongest out of the three. It is the meme coin trading chain, blockchain, and it has the most demand. And it continues to take market share away from Ethereum. So yeah, Solana is expected to continue to outperform ETH, and it is holding up the best out of the majors currently. So those are your big three heading into election day. And again, Trump is estimated to win. We'll see. Now, here we have an article from Decrypt basically saying that Bitcoin is slipping as Trump's odds are plummeting, pushing crypto liquidations above $315 million. So Polymarket and Kalshi users are hedging their bets on Donald Trump, with Bitcoin falling below 68,000 and liquidations piling up. I mean, this article is largely a kind of a clickbait article. Again, I just went over my Bitcoin analysis, and I'm not really worried at all. I explained my reasoning for why. But yeah, they're saying momentum is cooling for Bitcoin following a hot week last week when it basically just tapped its all-time high. Look, this is all election uncertainty. Don't let these articles scare you out of things. And my expectation is I'm still bias bullish. Now, also, there was some news that Michael Jordan officially endorsed Donald Trump. And this is right after LeBron endorsed Kamala Harris. And there's a big debate of whether it's real or not. So this guy, I'm not sure if it's actually real or not, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if MJ endorsed Trump because, you know, he's a winner. But then again, you don't really know when it goes to that level of fame how deep it goes. But anyways, this dude asked Grok if Michael Jordan officially endorsed Donald Trump. And it gave this huge answer. So let's see. Yeah, so basically, Grok said it was legitimate that he endorsed Trump, but there's kind of a mixed bag of things on whether it's real. But yeah, I mean, look, he's the greatest of all time, so it would make sense that he makes the right choice here. But hey, who knows? Further news surrounding the election. All right, so the founder of Citadel, which is a firm that manages a lot of money, The world's largest market-making firm, as you can see, says the expectation is for Trump to win. And he's basically saying a Trump victory is risk on for the markets. I don't think you guys will be able to hear the sound here in this video clip, but you will be able to read the subtitles. So let's play this video. Here you have basically the world's largest market-making firm founder saying Trump's going to win and it's going to pump the market. Saying we're peak uncertainty right now before the election. Trump's favored to win. Post-election risk-on environment. Once people accept the fact that Trump's going to win is what he's saying. But he's saying Trump or Harris. Exactly what I've been saying here for a while now. The market's uncertain. It wants to know who's going to win the election before it kind of decides its next move. If we look at historical data for Bitcoin, post-election, it does very well. Post-halving, it does very well. When it comes to the 4-year cycle, this is usually the part where it starts to do really well. And we simply have the election tomorrow. And once the uncertainty clears the air, we're expecting a risk-on environment for these assets, all right, for these commodities as well. And that's exactly my expectation as well. I think good times are ahead once the uncertainty does go ahead and finally clear the air. Now moving on, some more stuff surrounding the election. So Trump basically is saying that the results should be announced on election night. And Trump was basically slamming these swing states, saying that, you know, they better not take forever to count the votes again, because let's be real for a second. It shouldn't take multiple days to count votes unless there's some kind of fishy business going on, objectively speaking here. So again, we don't have volume currently. We'll have volume soon on these live streams to play these clips, but that's the gist of it, right? We should have the results in tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. Now, on top of the election tomorrow, we also have a big week when it comes to the Fed cutting interest rates. Here we have a tweet from Because Bitcoin. So we have the day on November 7th, 2 days after Election Day. And the market is basically expecting a 25 basis point rate cut, a 0.25 basis point rate cut, 98% to see that. All right. And cutting rates further is bullish because that essentially leads to stimulus coming back, the money printer turning back on, and it typically does find its way to risk on assets whenever they start to print money again in quantitative ease. All right. So November 7th, later on this week, on Thursday, we will also have the interest rate decision by the Fed. And again, they are expected to cut rates by 25 basis points, which is, again, bullish. Now, moving on, we got some more news. So Circle is going to expand USDC over into Hong Kong because the regulations are going to change over in the Asian markets in Hong Kong. So more bullish stuff coming out of the crypto news sector with Circle expanding USDC over to Hong Kong and the China markets, which just opens up more possibilities for liquidity to flow inside of the crypto market. And again, liquidity is the main thing here in crypto. Currently, in the environment we're in, I would classify it as kind of a risk-off, low liquidity environment, not necessarily for Bitcoin, but for altcoins 100%. Right? Here's the total market cap chart, including Bitcoin, at $2.22 trillion. It is back. The total is back inside of its 8-month range, right? Similar to Bitcoin with this parallel channel, but it's back inside of it after trying to break out last week. But if you look at the total 2 as well as the total 3, which don't have Bitcoin, and the total 3 doesn't have Bitcoin and Ethereum, you know, they really haven't gone anywhere. They've gone down. They've gone down since the top in March, and it's just been going sideways, indicating that there's no new liquidity coming into the market. So again, any stablecoin news that more liquidity is going to come is a very good thing for us. Another piece of news for the day. So we have this news from Certic. They have reported that $129 million in losses happened in October from security incidences. Radiant Capital, $54 million. Phishing victims, $36 million. M2 Engine Layer, 13 mil, 5.3 mil. Tapioca DAO lost $4.7 million. And, the list goes on. So millions and millions and millions of dollars just getting extracted from crypto through security incidences. Maybe these are real security incidents. Maybe they are just the team saying it was a security incident and running away with the bag. You don't know, but this just goes to show you that, a lot of money is still being extracted from hackers or foul play in the market. 130 mil alone in the month of October. And also when it comes to Solana, beating out Ethereum this cycle. So Solana total value locked has surpassed $5.7 billion in quarter three, a 260% increase from the previous quarter. All right, so TVL going up on Solana. That's the chain everyone is using for meme coins, so this is to be expected. In order to buy meme coins, you need to buy the main asset, which is, of course, Sol. Also, Warren Buffett is just unloading all of his stocks, basically. Just unloading everything he has. We can read this tweet by Mike Investing. Breaking news, Warren Buffett is selling billions worth of stocks as it appears he's positioning for incoming recession. This year, he sold $100 billion of Apple, $10 billion of BAC, and created the largest cash balance in company history with $325 billion. And this guy says that the largest recession ever is incoming. So one take here being that Warren Buffett is selling hundreds of billions of dollars worth of his stock, that a big recession is coming. Now, I do think there will be one, but I do think we do see a risk-on bullish environment post-elections first, which likely will lead into the start of next year. And after that, more likely than not, we will have a huge crash, but I think we have a risk-on environment first, personally speaking. Now, let me go ahead and see what's happening here in the live chat, see what's going on. Renum, what's up, Renum? He says, good morning, Connor. I don't think I've cared about an election this much before. The stakes are pretty high. Yeah, same. I'm usually not very political whatsoever. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. But, look, it's just insane nowadays with the two parties, right? One side, you have whatever, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, the stakes are definitely very high. It appears. Shout out to Johnny G. What's going on, Johnny? And we got Lucas. He says, do you think Base ecosystem will be a big play this cycle? Personally, yes. I think Base will be a big play, right? All the big money is now in Ethereum layer 2s. This is Coinbase's layer 2, Base that is. And they have documents going all the way back to 2015 for the plan to bring about the Base ecosystem and get hundreds of millions of users to it. So they're just following the plan that was created a long time ago for Base. So I do think it will play out this cycle. Shout out to Silvadala. What's going on? And we got Rafael Rachon. What's up, Rafael? Exciting times ahead indeed. And we got Fiat Hater with us. What's going on, Fiat Hater? He's here in every single live stream. I do appreciate your support, brother. He says, happy Monday. MAGA feeling mega. We'll look at some Polyfi coins in a second. And we got Topi Whales in the building as well. What's going on, Topi, my man? He says, let's go, guys, with the fire flames emoji. Absolutely, guys. Smash up that like button. I appreciate your support. And yeah, that like goes a really long way for me. So smash that like button. And Joey Joe says, if Trump wins, we're all going to be millionaires in 2026. I'm not sure all of us will, but I love the optimism. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the market is a zero-sum game where there will be winners and losers. But if you make the right moves, there's a very real chance of making $1 million+ in this risk-on bullish environment we're about to experience. Of course, it all depends on your starting capital and the skills you have. But nonetheless, I love the optimism, Joey Joe. Now, talking about some polyfi memes going into the election, they're up a bit today. The major ones like Trump, the Trump MAGA coin is up 22% on the day, bouncing out of this demand level from 100 million to 150 million market cap. And to me, it looks like a double bottom, right? You have your first kind of correction. Some might call this an A, B, C wave. And then you continue and break out above resistance. All right, that's what I see here. And of course, that could be invalidated if price does end up losing this low down here at like 100 million market cap. But yeah, to me, this looks like, and this would be a classic 88.6 retracement. And let's see if that is the case. 0.886, and we will make it red. And yes, it's a perfect 88.6% retracement. So this is bullish for the Trump MAGA coin. Again, ABC, you want to see it just go from here out of this double bottom, 88.6 retracement. This is a very good look right now, in my opinion, for the Trump coin. Putting in this double bottom in this demand zone from 100 million to 150 million market cap. And you also have the MAGA hat, which is up 20% on the day, bouncing from horizontal support, perfectly touching the line at 54 million market cap. And the lines are on the chart for a reason, lads, so respect the lines. And here's another example of a perfect touch. 20% move, and this is different from the MAGA Trump coin. It's been holding up better, but it's just holding this horizontal support level. So we want to see this level continue to hold. Again, a Trump victory is going to send these coins very hard, guys. So it's a bit of a gamble, because if Trump loses, these things will probably decrease in value quicker than you can blink your eyes. So just understand that risk going into tomorrow. And again, we'll probably have the results tomorrow evening. And then there's also USA on Solana, which is exactly where it has been for a number of days now. All weekend long, it's been kind of at the same price level at a 30 million market cap. You can see it holding horizontal support and also trying to hold this bull flag breakout. But this is just a straight consolidation, essentially, on a horizontal support level at a 30 million market cap. So of course, you want to see it. The bull flag didn't play out, as you can see. But nonetheless, you want to see it hold 30 million, maybe drop down to 25. Probably could be a good buy level there. And you want to see it break out higher. You want to see it make a higher high, come back into this green area at a 60 mil market cap, a 2x increase in price, and then break out into price discovery for USA. And then G Trump high risk beta is getting sold off hard at such a low valuation. So hopefully this one picks up with the Trump victory. I would certainly like to see that. But we'll see how it goes here. We will see how it goes heading into tomorrow. Shout out to Kazuya. He says, hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. Can we share some buy levels for Apu? We certainly can. Let's take a look at Apu. And Apu is one of my preferred memes out of Murad's list because, again, it's like a funny meme that I'll send it to my friends because it's funny. Right? So it's good for the culture. Now, when it comes to Apu, again, it's still in this bull flag structure. All right? It's still holding the bull flag. And you also have, if you go to the daily time frame, I mean, you have the three touches that you want to see, right? You got 1, you got 2, you got 3. Also on the daily time frame, you have this level. It's a rally, base rally demand level here from 65 cents down to 58 cents. And some might choose to draw it as high as 68 cents instead of 65 cents. Personal preference there. But nonetheless, this is a daily time frame demand level that price is in at the bottom of this bull flag. All right, so some buy levels for Apu. Number 1 buy level is current price. you're down 40% from the highs at current price. It did drop as low as 46%. But again, you're sitting on a horizontal support level at the bottom of a bull flag. So without a doubt, buy level number one is here. Now, look, if it doesn't hold this bull flag and it just crashes, you would want to cut that, right? Because this setup would be invalidated, and you should be looking to buy around sub 50 cents, just below 50 cents, 46 cents. Yeah, you can see it dip below 50 cents if it loses this level here. So these are your buy levels for APU. We got Gary McNeese. What's going on, Gary? He says, hi, Connor. Great to catch you live. I'm in Europe and rooting for the Donalds. For the Donald. Smash the likes, folks. Yes, smash the likes. And Gary, I appreciate your support all the way from Europe. And yeah, let's go. Let's see Donnie T take it home tomorrow. Johnny G says, what are your sell levels for the Trump coin? Sell levels for the Trump coin. We'll use price instead of market cap. So I have a lineup here at $7.30. This is the level to sell. Up here. You have this up here at $10. That's another level to sell. You can see all the wicks right into the resistance area. And you have another level at around $14, $14.50. And then after that, you have the all-time highs. So look, I would look to scale out. And, you know, if you bought the bottom down here in September when we called it, after a 3x, I'd hope that you've at least taken some profit or made it risk-free. But yeah, you want to scale out incrementally at levels as it does go higher. But I would utilize these levels and then keep a small percent as a moon bag in case this thing goes to billions in market cap, which is always possible, but it's unlikely. But that's why you always keep a small amount as a moon bag, so you have exposure in case it does take off like crazy. We got Declan Wyatt. What's going on, Declan? He says, smash that like, guys. Smash that like button. Let's go. Cryptopia in the building. What's going on, Cryptopia? He agrees. I don't know what I was talking about. Probably Trump at that time, but good to hear that, Cryptopia. Eric says, MJ ain't endorsing shit. That's going to impact sales. He famously said this decades ago. Yeah, I agree. Right? Twitter is weird, where people can post something and everyone just perceives it to be true. Much like the mainstream media talks a bunch of bullshit 24/7 and half of the population thinks it's true. So yeah, that's why I pulled up the Grok question to try and get some validity, but still it's kind of uncertain whether MJ actually did that. And I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. We got Crypto Middle East and Africa. He says, hi, Connor, let's go. Can you please chart Tau using fib or without highlighting the exact levels below? Yeah, we can look at Tau. Let's go to the MEXC chart to get the full view. So monster run from the bottom in September. And as it stands, if we pull a fib from the high down to the low that it made on the 6th of September, the price is coming awfully close here to the golden pocket 61.8 fib, which coincides perfectly with the top of our orange zone here. All right, so Tau coming into a level of interest just below $400. All right, so monster impulsive wave here, retracement. Ideally, it does end up finding some kind of bottom down here at the golden pocket 61.8. You can see I have put 375 in a price tag down here as well. So this is where I was looking off stream when I was just doing some analysis on this, looking at it. Yeah, Tau down here sub 400 down to around 360 is a major level. And also, when it comes to the breakout that occurred back in September, if we clear all of this for a moment, like so, follow my cursor here, guys, right here in the middle of the screen. You have this resistance, rejected, and then you got the breakout here on the 19th of September. So this is the neckline of a breakout, and that's at $360, which again, if we put all this stuff back on the chart, it's all marked out here. All right, this is the neckline breakout. So you want to see this hold as support and not give the breakout back. And price is coming awfully close to that, coming into that level. All right, so that's how I'm looking at Tau currently. We got DHN Crypto, my man. Good to see a fellow crypto YouTuber like yourself in the building, brother. He says Bitcoin is just waiting on a winner and it's pedal to the floor. I agree. I do agree. And we got Benjamin H. He says, hi, Connor, or hi, Empire. Connor, what are your thoughts on Nuclei and AI? Chart looks good to me. Hope you agree. Thanks. We'll take a quick look at this, and then we'll continue with some more stuff that I want to cover here. I believe this is like a very low market cap. 14 million. Yeah, it's quite low. April 16th. April 16th. All right, the dates check out here. This is everything, all the history on the daily time frame. So it's got that new chart look. And these new charts, right, these things are a blessing when the market flips bullish. These new charts that have launched and just sold off for months in like a bearish market, like we had an altcoin bear market over the past 8 months. So this is a good looking chart in my opinion for that reason alone. It's got a lot of ground to make up, and it's already shown strength that is bottom down here at 0.0025 cents with a nice impulsive move. And you can see it is holding a horizontal level and not going back into the range that it was in before it broke out down here at 0.0028. So yeah, it does look good. I agree with you. Pump, kind of sell off, somewhat of a bull flag, forming a rounding bottom. But the most important thing I'm seeing is it's holding this horizontal support breakout level. Here's the breakout. So this is why it's the breakout level. We were just looking at something similar on Tau with the breakout level. So yeah, Nuclei, it looks good so far. And again, just using an example, we'll look at something like AGI. On the weekly, you know, you can see how this thing, let's get rid of all this. You can see how this thing launched over here in the bear market 2023 for weeks, sold off. And then once it found its bottom, it multiplied by 40x. All right. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the new chart structure. You launch, you sell off for weeks, months. And then when the market flips and you see money start to come back in, total 2, total 3, others dominant start to pick up, you want it to multiply. And it has the structure to do that. So yeah, I agree with you, Benjamin. To make a long story short, we got Jasper. What's going on, Jasper? How are you, sir? And let's see. Jasper says that company NXRA Alliance Block got hacked twice now. NAI is their project. All right, good to know, Jasper. He says zero trust in them. I mean, some good to know that info. Thank you. But purely off of the chart, it looks good. But yeah, I mean, that is something to consider. So thank you for sharing that, Jasper. Wolf on ETH is a buy. Top holders donated to secure one exchanges. All the boys club ETH meme coins are doing that thing where the holders give money for exchanges and all that stuff. So I mean, that's a common thing. Now, I would say I would buy the ETH one over the Sol version personally. The Land Wolf on ETH over Sol 100%. So if we put this parallel channel on, I mean, is it a buy? I wouldn't buy it personally. I'm not interested in it. but it is in this consolidation. I'd actually prefer just a sideways range here and not a channel. Like that. So yeah, if you want to buy it, look to buy it at the bottom of the range. You don't want to see it break down, but if it does, you have this just here, just below. So this would be a bear trap, right? This happens a lot in the indices. Price drops below the range right into a higher time frame demand zone. Bears short the hell out of it, and they get blown out. So yeah, that's what I see there. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out some more stuff happening in the world, because a lot of stuff's actually happening in the world today. Where are we? We talked about that already. Talked about Warren Buffett. All right, moving on. Some meme coin talk. So Binance will be launching Ponky futures. Ponky perpetual futures. And you can see the reaction of Ponky here. When that news was released, this is the Binance effect, guys. This is the Binance effect. When the news was released, look at what happened. Spike up. Now, where did it spike to? Interesting that it didn't quite make it to my line, but still, I mean, it's pretty damn close. It went right to supply. This is why it's super important to understand supply and demand zones. All right. So that you don't get caught FOMOing into something right at a higher time frame supply level. But nonetheless, this is the Binance effect, and they shorted it big time. A lot of shorts piled in up here at supply, and price is back down to 42 cents, 43 cents, back in this previous consolidation level. All right, so this is the dangers of, I suppose, of leveraged in a choppy environment, right? This would have stopped out a bunch of longs. This here stops out a bunch of shorts. Late longs pile in, they get wrecked. So just a very choppy chart, up and down, whipsaw price action. Yeah, before the election, I don't necessarily advise holding trades longer for long periods of time, right? If you're trading, you should be in and out scalps quick, day trades. Paying yourself when you can with profits. But yeah, this is the Binance effect. Ponky will be listing Binance will be listing Ponky for perpetual futures. Moving on now. So Coinbase, they just filed a report basically. They plan on selling 5 million shares, which is currently valued at $900 million of the Coinbase stock. All right, so this is huge. Basically $1 billion they're going to sell in shares. And they have put in regulatory filings to the Securities and Exchange Commission to go ahead and sell these shares worth $900 million. So Coinbase taking some profit. What does this go to show you? It goes to show you that, if you're running a business, yes, it's great to have shares, but you need cash. And also, Warren Buffett taking $325 billion of his assets and converting them into cash as well. So something to consider here. Something to consider. And we'll see how this does affect the price of Coinbase. If we look at the stock price, it has been on a mega rally. It follows Bitcoin price action, not identically, but relatively well, right? It bottomed over here in October 2023 when Bitcoin also bottomed and the altcoin market bottomed. It rallied to the highs over here in March, just like Bitcoin has, and it's been in a sideways channel for the past 8 months, just like Bitcoin has been in. All right. So we will see if this does end up becoming a bottom down here for the Coinbase stock. Again, a very similar correlation to the Bitcoin price itself. So if Bitcoin breaks out higher, there's a very good chance that the Coinbase stock does actually end up breaking out higher and clearing the $280 level up here. But it's not an exact one-to-one correlation. This is an equity, not a crypto asset. So this is traditional finance's exposure to Bitcoin besides MicroStrategy. But we will see how the sale of $900 million does impact the Coinbase price. All right, now moving on. Sui just crossed 26 million active accounts. The Sui network is growing fast. Now, if you guys did not know, I did just release a video in regards to the Sui ecosystem just 1 hour ago, talking about some Sui meme coins, being that meme coins do have the most demand out of all assets currently, because we're at the point now where every coin is considered a meme coin basically, except for Bitcoin. But anyways, go watch the new Sui video, guys. Released 1 hour ago, and I essentially looked for the most established memes on Sui that are not brand new, that have some kind of history and community formed around them. So yeah, if you want to see my due diligence on the Sui memes, the top 3, go watch that video. And Sui is growing rapidly. Looking at the price of the Sui coin itself, it is now dipping into our orange box here at around $1.80 down to $1.65. So Sui in this sideways consolidation, and we would like to see it hold this level down here at $1.60 as support. And ideally, even if price does come back down to these lows, once the winner is decided tomorrow, hopefully it's Trump. If it is Trump, this will likely put in a nice pump. Sui has been one of the strongest assets in the market, especially out of the top 100. It's been outperforming most other altcoins. So if it's going to stay strong here and continue higher, making new all-time highs, well, then it will hold this level of support down here at $1.60. It's black and white to me. That's how I see it. In regards to some other big coins, so we talked about Popcat yesterday, and shout out to Topi. Topi went ahead and actioned this setup shared here in the live stream yesterday. I was saying how Popcat is due for a correction, being that it's been up only, while most coins in crypto have been going down or sideways. And there was so many lows left just untapped here on Popcat that it should come down and sweep these lows down here back towards around $1. Well, yeah, it has broken down. So yeah, I see Popcat coming down here to around $1.08 before potentially putting in a reversal. But shout out to Topi for actioning this setup and sharing it inside of the free Crypto Empire Telegram group. Beautiful trade, nice work. And yeah, GG there, Topi. But anyways, you're sitting on the 300 simple moving average on the 4 hour right now. Maybe one of these lows will act as support, but the base of this move is at $1.08. So that would be the final TP for any shorts, and you want to look for a reversal in that level. Now, moving on. Little humor for everyone today. We have a tweet by Digital Asset News, and they say, when a random meme coin market cap flips 3 crypto projects you've been bag holding for months, even though they have massive partnerships, excellent tokenomics, and real world utility. Here's a visual representation of that happening to your portfolio and happening to you. You're just getting stepped on and wrecked by a little midget, basically, when meme coins just outperform all the utility bags you've been holding for months. So let me look. This is a pretty athletic midget. But yeah, he's just tossing the guy around. That's what it feels like. And then yeah, that's what we got for today in terms of crypto news. Now that everyone's informed, we can go ahead and take some live questions. Let's go do that. Kylo the dog, what's going on, Kylo? He said, just did some research on Trump Sui on Sui. Could be a good high risk play. Trump Sui on Sui. It's a play on words there. 320K market cap, brand new coin here. All right, around 2 weeks old, give or take. And sitting right at its kind of horizontal support. This is basically the floor currently. So yeah, if it's going to run, you want to see this level hold. But nonetheless, 53K in liquidity, 320K market cap, it will be volatile. It will be super, super, super volatile. So high risk play, Kylo. But yeah, we'll see how that one goes. Shout out to Adrian Kent. What is going on, Adrian? We got a super chat from J-Man. What's going on, J-Man? Yo, Connor. What would be a good entry point for Caspa? Let's take a look at the chart. Thank you for the super chat as well, J-Man. So good entry point for Kaz. I already do have it marked here. You have your range low of a 1-year range at 10 cents. All right, 9.5 to 10 cents is a 1-year range low. So ideally, Caspa does come down into this range, and that ends up becoming a local bottom before heading higher. But yeah, the buy level I would say is 10 cents down to 9.3 cents. And you really don't want to see it lose this low down here at 9.3. Because if it does, it's coming down to 7.7. But these are your buy levels for Caspa, closest to current price. Shout out to Brandon Willis. What's going on, Brandon? And J-Man also says, smash that like, peeps. Least we can do for the great content. Appreciate you, J-Man. Thank you for your support. And guys, smash that like button. Fiat Hater asks, what's going on with Cat these days? Simon's Cat. Well, it's trading like a shitcoin, right? It pumped 100% from the bottom here, 97% in 3 days. It has then since retraced the entire pump, 50% drop, right back down to the origin of the pump, origin of the rally. All right, so this is classic whipsaw price action here for Cat. What's going on with it nowadays? Well, I mean, pretty clear level down here at 0.2 or 2.5 cents. Ideally, this would be a higher low, hold this level and go higher. But I mean, this thing trades like a whipsaw, so we'll see. But you want to see this level as a higher low and pump out of here, out of this demand zone. Santa Nay, what do you think about AGC Argo coin? It's an AI coin. So AGC, I think, has potential, but it won't do great until we get another broad AI wave in the market. As with most AI coins, some of them will outperform, some of them will be outliers, but more likely than not, AGC Argo coin will follow the trajectory of AI coins at large. And when we get another AI wave, I can see it doing quite well like it already did on its first wave. I don't consider this to be in the same category of many of the other LARP AI projects like we talked about in yesterday's stream, like say OPSEC and things like that. I think this one has more legitimacy to it, personally speaking. Now, on the weekly time frame, it isn't a bull flag. All right, you had your first wave up in September. You've been bull flagging now for over a month. So ideally, you want to see a breakout of the bull flag and make a higher high past 34 cents and continue with its uptrend. But yeah, I think AGC is a very low market cap AI coin, is solid. It's a good asymmetric bet to have, in my opinion. All right. Armando, let's enjoy this pump and sell in May and go away. Yes, sir. Good point there, Brandon. And Brit Boy says, hey, man, big up Crypto Empire with us all the way. Respect. Right back at you, Brit Boy. Appreciate your support. Trucker Steve in the building. Trucker Steve says, world for Trump. Keep on trucking. Let's go. Make America great again 2024. Let's get Trump in there. And look, is he going to drain the swamp? Who knows? But it's the best choice we got right now. So let's go. Make America great again. And Joey Joe is asking about the Suey Beaver. Suey Beaver. Here we are. Ticker is DAM, DAM, appropriate for a Beaver coin. And the Suey Beaver, low market cap, 386K, 53K in liquidity. Now it's right at its golden pocket in a demand zone here in the 4-hour time frame. And it has also retraced 60% from the highs. So we like to buy the 60 to 80% drops. We liked golden pockets. We like demand zones. So it doesn't look like the worst place for the Suey Beaver coin, but being that it's a 400K market cap and 53K in liquidity, it's very volatile. One sell could push this thing down here. One buy could push this thing up here. So do your own due diligence and come to your own conclusion. But the chart does look good on my end. And it is a Suey meme. Again, Suey is picking up big time. So it's a good ecosystem to trade meme coins on. We got Stacy Lewis. What's up, Stacy? And Raphael, if you were to buy MicroStrategy, when would you get in? Just asking. All right. I'm assuming you're talking about the stock MicroStrategy. So this has a direct correlation to Bitcoin. And, you know, it's sitting right on this trend line that goes back to September. That's the 12-hour time frame. Well, yeah, it certainly looks extended, but if it's going to bounce, this is where it's going to bounce from at $225. So where would I get in? Retest of the all-time high over here in this level, like around $200 to $175. Retest the highs, this range breakout, and then continue up here towards the 360 level is what I would look for. Raul says, thoughts on Harambe? First of all, rest in peace, Harambe. You certainly did not deserve to die. Anyways, the Solana meme coin, Harambe. Well, it's the long established meme. It's been around for, you know, almost a full year now. It's been in this really sideways range for a long time. And yeah, I mean, high risk play here, 33 million market cap, but it's kind of one of these evergreen, timeless meme coins because, you know, Harambe has passed away unjustly. So there's always going to be people like sarcastically kind of fighting for Harambe's justice through meme coins. So yeah, it has that staying power, which is a good thing. So yeah, that's what I think overall about Harambe. Certainly not high in my interest list to buy, but you know, I can see the appeal it may have. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. It's going away. Yeah, that's what I think about Harambe. And Moodang, shout out to Armzilla, by the way, saying smash the like button. Absolutely. Smash up that like button, lads. Smash it up. Smash it up. And let's take a look at Moodang. $138 mil right now. Well, it's not really looking great. It continues to basically make lower lows. And I believe this was like a listing pump. this market is the exact representation of the attention economy. So because attention shifts so quickly, what is the hottest thing since sliced bread for a short moment of time loses attention, and with that, the price starts to drop as the large holders start to sell their huge holdings that they acquire at much lower prices. They're up hundreds of X's. So yeah, I mean, just too much people in massive profits is what I think about Moodang. It looks like it wants to come back below 100 million market cap, in my opinion. I mean, look at this pump. This is an inefficient pump. This is an inefficiency. Usually these inefficiencies get filled. All right. Something like this law of reflexivity. When something rises so quickly, it usually comes down quickly as well. This isn't really sustainable. So yeah, if it's going to fill the inefficiency, it will come back down at least to 12 cents minimum, but likely comes closer to 10. Sana says, thanks for AGC review. You are so amazing. Well, thank you, Sana, and you're welcome. Yes, check out that new Sui video. Good call, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Silvadala, for the reminder. And Kylo the dog says, Trump Sui a high risk, high reward, short-term play. Yes, that's exactly how I would treat it, Kylo. But anyways, lads, we're going to go ahead and wrap up our live stream right now. We are just one day out from the presidential election, so don't forget, vote Trump. Make America great again. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Don't freak out with the market and the uncertainty right now. There's nothing to panic about. Regardless of who wins, the trajectory of the crypto market is up. But yes, a Trump win would certainly accelerate the time frame that we go up in. It would be much sooner, much quicker, and also it would be better overall for the entire world, in my opinion. But hey, we'll leave politics aside. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the live stream. Smash up that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I'll see you all tomorrow. Turn on all bell notifications. Watch the new Sui video. Get in the free Telegram group. You can apply to the mastermind private group below if that's something that does interest you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out.